Barbecue tip number 1, the rub. Rubbing the cut of meat you're going to smoke is of paramount importance. You want to really choose the spices in your rub very carefully and know how long to make them sit on the meat and whether or not to actually physically rub it into the meat or not. If you're doing pork, for example, you want to do something that's going to bring out the flavor of the pork. Traditionally, pork is on the sweeter side as far as a barbecue flavor profile is concerned. So a lot of people use a lot of brown sugar and things like that to really kind of caramelize the outside and give it a nice crust. With me, I'm not going to tell you everything in my rub, but I will tell you it is heavy on brown sugar, also on paprika, and I do tend to like my pork not as sweet as most people. I tend to like it to have just a little bit of a kick to it, just to set off the smoke flavor, so the sweetness and the smoke don't feel too far removed. On the other hand, beef, you want to use a rub that is, you want to think traditional. What goes well on steak? That's basically what you're doing. And so, for a brisket, say, I use a lot of pepper, some garlic, maybe some salt, other things added. Again, I won't tell you the whole recipe. Sorry. But that's kind of what you want to shoot for. There are any number of varieties of different rubs. You can buy them commercially. You can make your own. I tend to make my own just so I can control it better. But in the end, you really can't go wrong. If you've got some rub on it, as long as there's some salt in there to bring out everything and tie all the flavor profiles together, even if you screw up the rub, by the end of it, you still have barbecue. It's a win-win. So give it a shot. Experiment with your rubs. People sometimes brine their barbecue. I don't, but you can. For pork, you can just kind of dump the rub over the meat, or dump the meat into the rub and kind of get it kind of covered that way. For beef, I actually tend to really kind of massage the rub into the meat a little bit, so it really kind of gets down into the tissue and permeates all of the meat. So every bite, you get not only the flavor of the meat, but the rub as well and the smoke, and so everything kind of ties together.